Alright, you guys, so I'm back to review Rocky 2, and Rocky 2 is written and directed by Sylvester Stallone, and it's once again starring Sylvester Stallone, Talia Shire, Burgess Meredith, Carl Weathers, and let's talk about Rocky 2. So Rocky 2 picks up immediately where Rocky 1 ended, and spoiler alert, but the movie came out in 1976, so if you have not seen Rocky by now, you're probably not going to, unless you're getting hyped up for this and just haven't got around to watch it. So, if that's the case, spoiler alert from Rocky 1, Rocky does not win the fight between him and Apollo Creed. But yet, everybody wants to see Rocky fight Apollo Creed again. Not because he lost, but because that Rocky proved that he could go the distance. He could last against this guy. And this kind of pisses Apollo Creed off. He's like, well, I didn't think he would last that long. But he did. And Apollo Creed started getting hate mail and stuff like that, saying the fight was fixed and you're just a no good fighter anymore, and you've lost it, Apollo. That's basically what they're telling him, and it sucks. But now let's go to Rocky, and Rocky and Adrian have gotten a little bit more serious. In fact, they get married pretty early on in the movie, and early on you find out that Adrian's pregnant. It's like, damn, that was kind of quick, you could say. And it feels quick, but you got to remember Rocky was in the hospital for God knows how long, probably a couple months. So, yeah. I mean, getting married and having kids, yeah, it's a little too early for that, even just after a couple months. So, I still think 2 years is a little bit too early for that, but let's not get into that conversation. But yeah. So, Rocky 2, it really is fun. The characters are exactly the same, but you do get some character development between Rocky and Adrian. Obviously, they're evolved. Apollo Creed has become he was an arrogant, fun asshole in the first one. There's a little bit more of that in this one as well. And this time he was like, look, I gave you a shot, now it's time to get serious. You got lucky the first time, now I'm going to give him all I got. And Rocky needs to come up with this new strategy. He's like, well, Apollo knows, what I'm going to do, so now I got to do something different. That's not an actual line in the movie, it's just the gist of it. And, Mickey's like, you got to throw him off somehow, Rocco. You got to do it. Because I think you're worth a hell of a lot more than that, kid. A hell of a lot. I can't do a Burgess Meredith impression, so sorry. So yeah, Mickey once again trains him. And he's going to go fight Apollo Creed for his rematch. What I think of Rocky 2 is this is a worthy sequel. It feels just like the first movie. In my opinion, it is on par with the first one. It's that good. It's not better than the first one, but it's not worse than the first one either. I feel like it's on the same level. And the writing is beautifully done. The directing is beautifully done. The acting, I would say the acting in this one is just as good as the first one. And yeah, the fight. I have to talk about the fight because, like I said, these movies aren't really boxing movies. They're just a boxing element in them. The fights choreograph in this movie and in the first one and this whole series, so well shot, so beautifully directed, so beautifully choreographed. Some of these punches feel so real. There's a couple times where I could feel the punch, and that's pretty cool, especially in a movie like this. Paulie, he's kind of evolved. Paulie's lost some weight in the couple months in between Rocky 1 and 2, I guess. But yeah, Paulie's kind of got this new job, and he's working for Gaza. But I should have broke your thumbs. Take it to the zoo. I hear retards like the zoo. I'm quoting the first one now, not the second one. But anyway, yeah, Rocky 2, it is definitely a worthy sequel. And the rematch is well worth the wait. The characters are great. I love Rocky 2. And I want to go ahead and give Rocky 2, I'm going to give it a solid A. A solid A, yeah, I think that's worthy. Rocky 1 is getting an A+. Rocky 2 is getting a solid A. What do you guys think of Rocky 2? Comment your thoughts on the movie down in the video comment section below. Like the video, share, and subscribe. Just do it!